Okay, so please watch closely. You understand what I'm trying to say. This is sewn parts. Okay, this is sewn parts of your fabric. So now this one is a lining. So you flip it to this other side, to this side. Then you place it just close to where you have your sewn parts. Sewing machine. Please ensure you're not sewing on top of these other previous pleats we made before. Okay, flip it downward. Flip it like this. Then this one now will come on top. Then you sew it from one end to the other end of your fabric. Hope you understand what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'll be sewing it. Please ensure you don't sew close to the previous pleat we made. Okay, so you sew from one end to the end of the other fabric. All right, stay tuned while I sew this off the camera. I've achieved so far. See how neat it is. So the next thing I'll be doing, I'll fold this edge here. Please ensure you fold it twice. Fold it twice. But if your fabric is very thick and you think it cannot sew on your machine, you can just fold it once. So I advise you fold it 2 times. Okay. So you sew from one end to the other end of the fabric. Okay. This is it. So I'll be doing the same thing I did here in the other side of the fabric. Okay, you fold the same way I did in the other side. Then you sew it down from one end to the other end of your fabric. All right, stay tuned while I do this off my camera. I'll be sewing from this end down to this other side. Okay. Okay, I'm done sewing the both edges. So the next thing I'll be doing, I'll flip it to the wrong side of the fabric. Then you measure from this edge, from the edge of this fabric, you measure 4 inches. Okay, you measure 4 inches. Then from that 4 inches, that's where I'll start stitching it. I'll start sewing from this 4 inches down to this other side. When I get to here, I'll slant it like this. Then I'll sew it down to the end of my fabric. Okay. All right. Just take a close look at it. This is it. Okay, this is it. So the next thing I'll be doing, you trim off the excess. Trim it off. Okay. All right. So I'll be fixing my handle. I'll attach my handle here. You see this place is open, so that it's able to pass through somebody's head. So now I'll attach my handle. But if you're using a poly fabric, there's no point leaving this place open. You can seal it up because the fabric on its own is stretchy. So there's no point leaving this place open. But since you're using a non-stretchable fabric, you leave this side open, then attach a handle to it. Okay. So the measurement for this handle, we'll be working with 7 inches. Okay, 7 inches. Please don't mind my tape. I keep buying tape every day. 7 inches for the length. Then the width is 3.5 inches. Okay, 3.5 inches. So now you flip it to this side. You fold it in 2 equal parts. Then you trim it. You trim. When you get to this place, you curve your hand just as seen in the video. You curve it. Then take it to your sewing machine. Run it down from one end to the other end of your fabric. Okay. So the next thing, I'll flip it to the right side of my fabric. I'll flip it to the right side. Please ensure you sew this in 2 places, okay? Because the handle will be 2, not just 1. So this is what I have. These are my 2 handles. All right, now I'll be attaching it to my base. I'll attach it to the base of my cap. Now you measure your head circumference. 11 inches or 10 inches, depending on your head circumference. So we'll be working with 10 inches. Now this 10 inches is where I'll start sewing my handle. You fold this edge. Make sure you fold it inside to give a neat finishing. Then you fold it. You flip it to this side. Ensure the sewn part is facing upward, okay? Ensure the sewn part is facing upward. Then you sew. Take it to your sewing machine. Run it from this end down to this end. Okay, so I'll be doing this same thing in the other side of my handle. This is what it looks like. So the next thing, you flip it to this other side. See how neat it is. You see how neat it is. So now I'll be doing the same thing here. You measure 10 inches. Please ensure when measuring you mark, okay? You mark. I won't be doing all of those because of my time. So now this one I'll place it like this. Are you seeing it? So that it will be coming this way when I'm done. Not like this. Please, it will be like this direction. Then you sew from one end down to the other end of your fabric. Ensure you sew it 2 to 3 times or 4 times, so that it will be very firm. Ensure you sew 2, 3 to 4 times, okay, so that it will be very firm. Then you flip it. Are you seeing how neat it is? See how neat it is. So the next thing I will be doing, our turban cap is almost ready. I will do a running stitch from this end down to this end. A running stitch. Now you insert your thread in your needle. Insert your thread. Please, while inserting your thread, make sure it is doubled, okay? Double it like 4 times, so that as you're dragging, it will not end up cutting halfway. So double your thread, okay? All right.